G'day guys, welcome back to the channel, also welcome back to War Thunder. This is the 1.67 dev server. Before we go anywhere, everything on the dev server here is subject to change. I just thought I'd let you know that. Anyway, let's take a look at the Americans. So, the Americans get a Tier 1 premium. This is the Martin B-10B. Interestingly enough, this aircraft was the first full all-metal monoplane bomber to be used by the United States. It's also got this really interesting cockpit, like, it feels like I'm flying a biplane, yet I know it's not a biplane. The bomb load that it has is somewhat decent, actually. It can hold two 1,000 pound bombs, and it's got a decent arc of 5 for the defensive gunners. So it's at a battle rating of 1.7, it is a Tier 1 premium, unfortunately. I'd really like to see this thing in the game as a non-premium, but then again, this aircraft is from 1934 and is a bit unique in that kind of aspect. So a fairly unique aircraft, I'd say. Anyway, the Americans also get this thing, which is an absolute monster. This particular A-26 differs from the already two existing A-26s in game in the fact that it actually is somewhat useful because it has nose-mounted 50 cals. The variant is actually the A-26B-51. And it'll be available in the regular tree about time, because I think I've been waiting 4 years for an A-26 to appear in the main tech tree. But when that rare event came out for the A-26, I had to get my hands on it. It can hold 6 500 pound bombs, 8 250s or 16 100 pounders. It can also have rockets equipped and various other armaments too. Anyway, what does Germany get? Right, so Germany gets a bunch of updated texture models for the Stukas. I know, how exciting. They look variously good, I suppose. It's a nice addition. They did the Heinkels in the last patch, I believe. So yeah, a somewhat welcome addition, but disappointed that the Germans don't get any more aircraft. Another texture model upgrade came to the IL-4. It looks a lot more like an actual bomber now. The Russians also get a new medium bomber with this thing. It's quirky. That's all I can say. This is the Illusion DB3. They built 1,500 of these units, and it was Russia's attempt at a long-range medium bomber. It can hold a standard stock range of Soviet bombs from 100 kilo bombs to 50s, and it has 3 primary gunners. Nothing too interesting. It travels at a decent speed, but it's quite slow, but it's basically the predecessor to the IL-4. Britain gets an updated texture model for the Spitfire Mark II-B, and it looks very nice indeed, and I'm having Battle of Britain flashbacks right now. The other thing they added was the Lincoln Bomber. This thing, I'm actually quite pleased and quite surprised that they're actually added this thing, or going to add in that matter, because it's an aircraft that was an upgraded form of the Lancaster. It had updated cowlings and updated engine cooling things. Listen to me, I'm very technical today. The engines got an upgrade. Basically everything on the Lancaster was upgraded, including the gunners, the weaponry system, even got an upgraded radar as well. But forward firing 50 cals, a 20mm, and a very interesting aircraft. Cannot wait to do a full review on it. Anyway, this ugly thing, it looks like it's crawled its way out of the sea. Sorry any Japanese fanboys for aviation. It kind of looks like a baby version of Godzilla. Oh. Ooh. I really like this. It's got cannons. Okay, yeah, well, I changed my opinion right here and now. This is the Japanese version of a sea monster. No, I'm just kidding. This is the Ki-67Ko. It's a very interesting aircraft. It has a standard Japanese bomb loadout, and it also has a late war brother, being this thing. I couldn't test fly it, sadly. But yeah, I also cannot wait to do a video on this. It's a lot of bombers recently. Right, so that's covered all the aircraft that is going to come into 1.67. Stay tuned, I'm also going to do a very, very fast overview and have a look at the tanks as well. Anyway, yeah, see you then.